Honourable members, on the 29th of November 2024, you elected me unanimously as Speaker of the National Assembly. And last Saturday, therefore, I could mark my 1 full year in this position. Last Tuesday, I had to suspend the sitting as the aggressive behaviour of some members had reached its peak after I had already given 2 warnings that I would do so if there was no order in the chamber. I learned in the meantime that Honourable Adrien Duval accused me of being partial. He did this on Top FM radio. On his Facebook page, which I read, he said that I was trop souvent dépassé par les événements. Indeed, a journalist of Top FM asked me for declaration, which I gave him very briefly, but I invited him to listen to my announcement, which I'm giving now. I accepted this post, honourable members, on the clear understanding that I would be totally independent. And I invite Honourable Duval to raise his objections here about my partiality by way of a substantive motion and not just lightly. You can see Standing Order 45, 40(5). He may not like the way that I have adopted for the past year. He's free to hold his opinions. But concerning the conduct of a speaker, there are rules. Now, honourable member, I want to refer to the incident which made me suspend the sitting. Everything is in a Hansard. By the way, now that we have direct broadcast, a very wide audience was also witness to the situation to see how it deteriorated. Any honourable member will by now have had the same amount of time as me to read the Hansard and to understand how things happened. The decision to suspend the sitting rather than order members out was mine. I fully stand by that decision, which is based on Standing Order 77, which gives me a wide power to regulate the conduct of business in the Assembly. I am not going to repeat negative decisions of the past by ordering members out or naming anyone, because the place of honourable members is in the House and not anywhere else. This applies to members on both sides of the House. And I count on all of you to help me to maintain the decorum of the House. Anyone who does not agree with what is going on is free to raise a point of order and ask for my ruling. But points of orders must respect the standing orders and rules of the National Assembly. May I refer honourable members to Standing Order 41. Further, may I also remind you, once more, that sometimes I need to take time to give a ruling precisely, as I must read the Hansard to understand clearly what happened. They say fools rush in where angels fear to tread. It is better to take time in order to be fair and make a proper decision. But my decision cannot be questioned. I also want to remind members that at question time, we need questions and not statements from honourable members. All the preliminaries are not permitted. In fact, it is easy with the English language to ask a question by incorporating the fact on which the question is based, rather than make a long-winded introduction which will clearly call for unpleasant remarks. This applies again to both sides of the House. I will not allow long introductory remarks anymore. And if there's no need, and there is no need for members to give rulings as if everyone is a speaker in this House. Please let me do what I am here for.